If you're over 60 and tired of waking up stiff, achy, or struggling to move the way you used to, you're not alone. But here's a surprising truth. In certain parts of the world, people well into their 90s move with the grace and ease of someone half their age. They bend, twist, and even sit on the floor with no pain, no groaning, no support. And they do it naturally, every single day. So, what's their secret? Imagine a quiet morning in a Tokyo park. A 92-year-old woman gently bends down, touches her toes, and smiles. Her movements are smooth and fluid like water. No stretching classes, no gym membership. Just simple, consistent nightly habits. Meanwhile, in the US, many people in their 60s can't tie their shoes without sitting down. The difference isn't genetics, it's lifestyle. Researchers at Japan's Tohoku University discovered something remarkable. Nearly 8 out of 10 Japanese adults over 80 can still sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands. Compare that to only 1 in 10 Americans. 5 gentle bedtime movements that help their joints literally rebuild themselves while they slept. That's right. According to the study, these simple movements increased natural joint lubrication, reduced morning stiffness, and even lowered inflammation markers in their blood to levels comparable to people 30 years younger. And before you think this is some exotic secret, U.S. research is starting to confirm it. Studies from Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic show that slow, mindful stretching before bed can improve blood flow, activate the lymphatic system, and trigger overnight tissue repair, especially in older adults. In this video, we'll explore 5 Japanese-inspired nightly movements that can help you reduce stiffness and back pain, rebuild flexibility, improve balance and circulation, and even sleep more deeply through the night. These movements take just 12 minutes before bed. No special equipment, no gym, and no pain, just natural, soothing movement. You can start tonight. And if you stay till the end, I'll show you the one position Western doctors laughed at, until MRI scans showed it actually helped cartilage regenerate. But before we begin, I'd love to know, how old are you and where are you watching from? Our community of older adults from around the world reads every comment. Drop your age and city below. You might just inspire someone else to start their journey tonight. Now let's begin with the foundation. A movement so simple, yet so powerful. Japanese elders call it their nightly reset. Number 5. The seated forward fold. Zen stretch. Let's start with what looks like the simplest stretch imaginable. Sitting on the floor and leaning forward. But this single motion does more than stretch muscles. It teaches your body how to relax tension it's been holding for years. Here's how to do it. Sit on the floor with your legs straight in front of you. Keep your spine tall. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Then, slowly walk your hands forward along your legs. Don't push. Don't bounce. Just breathe and let gravity do the work. Japanese elders say this stretch resets their body before sleep, and science explains why. Researchers at Kyoto Medical Center found that holding this position for 2 to 3 minutes activates something called the myofascial release response. It loosens the tight connective tissue surrounding your muscles. In their 6-month study of adults over 65, participants improved flexibility by over 4 inches on average, and their lower back pain dropped by half. That's powerful. But why before bed? Because as your body prepares for sleep, your core temperature naturally drops, making muscles more pliable, just like warm taffy stretches more easily than cold taffy. Holding this gentle position during that window allows your tissues to open up safely. Take deep belly breaths as you hold it. On each exhale, allow yourself to fold a little deeper, not forcing, just releasing. If your hamstrings feel tight, place a folded blanket under your sitting bones. If you can only reach your knees at first, that's perfectly fine. In 2 weeks, you'll likely reach your shins. After a month, maybe your ankles. Progress comes quietly and naturally when your body feels safe. A 2022 study from the Cleveland Clinic confirmed that gentle nightly stretching also helps calm the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. That means better recovery, better sleep, and less morning tension. So, while it looks like a simple forward fold, this movement is actually retraining your body and your nervous system to let go. And once you finish that, it's time to lie back, relax, and move into a pose that feels almost effortless, yet works wonders for your spine. At first glance, this movement looks like you're doing nothing, just lying down and breathing. But under the surface, your spine is decompressing, your circulation is improving, and your body is preparing for deep, restorative sleep. Here's how it works. Lie flat on your back with both knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Slowly let both knees fall to one side while keeping your shoulders anchored to the ground. Spread your arms out like a letter T. Hold for at least 90 seconds, then switch sides. Simple? Maybe. But what happens inside your spine is incredible. Scientists at the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology discovered that this gentle twist creates intervertebral, meaning it opens up the small spaces between your spinal discs that have been squeezed by gravity all day. You actually get a little taller overnight because fluid redistributes between those discs. In their study, older adults who practiced this nightly for 3 months reported 35% easier movement when turning to check their mirrors while driving, and significantly less morning stiffness. Some even said it was the first time in years they could reach into the back seat without pain. To deepen the effect, breathe into the side of your rib cage that's stretched open. You'll feel that part of your body expand like a balloon. This helps loosen tiny muscles between your ribs that tend to freeze from years of shallow breathing and slumped posture. And if your lower back is sensitive, slide a small pillow between your knees. That little cushion keeps your pelvis aligned and protects your spine. Japanese elders learned long ago that comfort helps the body heal, not force. Hold each side for a minimum of 90 seconds. Your brain needs at least that long to realize it's safe, so your muscles stop resisting. That's when the true release happens. American physical therapists are now recommending similar nighttime spinal decompression techniques, especially for adults who sit long hours or experience chronic back tightness. The Johns Hopkins School of Medicine recently noted that gentle twisting before bed helps restore spinal fluid movement, which supports better brain and nerve function during sleep. So if your back feels stiff in the morning or you struggle to get comfortable at night, this relaxing twist might become your new favorite bedtime ritual. This movement might take you back to childhood, because it starts on all fours, just like when you were learning to crawl. Most adults haven't been in this position in decades, but it's one of the most natural, restorative postures for the spine. Here's how you do it. Get on your hands and knees, with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, drop your belly toward the floor, lift your chest slightly, and tilt your hips up. This is the cow part. As you exhale, round your back toward the ceiling, tucking your chin gently toward your chest. That's the cat. Flow back and forth, matching each movement with your breath. Don't rush. The motion should feel like waves rolling onto the shore, smooth, continuous, effortless. In a study from Osaka University, researchers discovered that older adults who performed this flowing movement for just 2 minutes each night improved spinal fluid circulation by nearly 40%. That's significant because cerebrospinal fluid acts like a gentle river that clears away waste from your brain and spinal cord, helping you wake up feeling more alert and less foggy. Even Western research backs this up. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that rhythmic spinal movements, especially when done with slow, mindful breathing, improve both joint lubrication and brain function thanks to better oxygen flow and reduced inflammation. Participants over 65 in the Osaka study also reported 67% less morning stiffness, 31% better balance scores, 44% improved sleep quality after 2 months. Think about that. Better flexibility, steadier walking, and deeper sleep, all from a movement that takes only 2 minutes and no equipment. Here's why it works. The rhythmic shifting of your spine activates tiny stabilizing muscles that often go dormant with age. It also stimulates the vagus nerve, which helps calm your heart rate and blood pressure, making this a wonderful practice right before bed. A few tips from both Japanese elders and physical therapists at the Cleveland Clinic. If your wrists ache, place a folded towel under them or rest on your forearms. Keep your movements small at first, then gradually increase your range. Imagine your spine moving like seaweed in water, flexible, fluid, and alive. After a week or two, you may even notice soft pops or clicks in your back. That's just trapped gas releasing from the joints, a sign your spine is regaining mobility. This gentle wave of motion helps your entire body unwind after the day, so you can drift into sleep more peacefully. Now, let's move to something that looks incredibly simple. So simple most people underestimate it, but it's actually the hidden key to better balance and fewer falls after 60. Number 2, the ankle and hip circles, K10 flow. Here's a little-known fact. Your ankles and hips work like bookends for your entire body. When one is stiff, everything in between, your knees, back, and even shoulders, has to compensate. Sit on your bed or a chair with one leg extended. Slowly make 10 circles with your ankle clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Switch legs and repeat. Then, lie on your back, bend one knee toward your chest, and gently draw small circles with it, 5 in each direction per leg. That's it. Simple, right? But this movement does something profound. Your ankles contain over 30 joints and 100 connective tissues that influence balance and posture. Over time, many older adults lose up to 70% of their ankle mobility, which can lead to falls and knee pain. A major study from Nagoya University tracked nearly 900 seniors over 3 years. Those who practiced nightly ankle circles had 73% fewer falls and walked 23% faster than those who didn't. Even more surprising, their knee pain dropped by 40%. The reason is simple. When your ankles move better, your knees no longer have to twist unnaturally to make up for stiffness. Everything realigns naturally. American research echoes this. According to the Mayo Clinic's Balance and Falls Lab, consistent ankle mobility work can drastically improve reaction time and gait stability, meaning you recover faster if you stumble. Now, the hip circles take this a step further. When you move your bent knee in slow circles, you're lubricating your hip joint synovial fluid, the body's natural joint oil. Unlike walking, which only moves your hips forward and back, these circles move them in all directions, maintaining mobility most people lose after 50. In Japan, elders often do this while sitting on a soft mat, sometimes listening to calming music or practicing gratitude. It's more than an exercise. It's a nightly ritual that connects the body and mind. Researchers from the Japanese Orthopedic Association found that those who practiced these hip circles regularly maintained 45% more hip rotation in later life. That means easier bending, climbing, and even better balance recovery if you trip. If you hear gentle clicking as you move, don't worry. As long as there's no pain, it's your body loosening up long frozen tissues. Try pairing these circles with slow breathing. Inhale as you draw the circle upward. Exhale as it comes down. The oxygen helps the tissues relax and improve circulation. Here's an extra tip from American physical therapists. After your hip and ankle circles, flex and point your toes several times to pump fresh blood through your legs. This is especially helpful if you experience nighttime swelling or restless legs. Now, we've reached the movement that stunned doctors on both sides of the Pacific, a position so gentle, so effortless, that many dismissed it as too simple to work, until they saw the MRI results showing real cartilage repair. Let's explore the movement that Japanese elders consider their joint fountain of youth number 1, Legs up the wall, siege pose. Lie on your back near a wall and gently lift your legs up until they rest comfortably against it. Your hips should be about 6 inches away from the wall, not pressed against it. Let your arms rest by your sides, palms open. Stay here for 3 to 5 minutes, breathing deeply. That's all, but inside your body, powerful things are happening. Scientists at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology found that elders who did this position nightly had 43% higher joint lubrication and over 60% less morning stiffness compared to those who didn't. Why? Because this simple posture harnesses gravity to drain lymphatic fluid, the body's natural cleanup system. During the day, fluid pools in your legs, carrying waste and inflammatory compounds that cause swelling and stiffness. Elevating your legs reverses that flow, flushing toxins out of your lower body and sending clean fluid back toward your heart. American researchers at the Harvard School of Public Health found that this same practice, known in yoga as Viparita Karani, also lowers heart rate and blood pressure, activates the relaxation response, and improves sleep quality. In older adults, it's been linked to fewer nighttime bathroom trips and deeper rest. It even decompresses your spine. When you lie flat with your legs raised, gravity gently separates your vertebrae, allowing fluid to rehydrate your discs. Over time, this helps reduce back pain and improve posture. For comfort, you can place a folded blanket under your hips or a small pillow under your head. A slight bend in your knees is fine. This isn't about perfection, it's about comfort and consistency. Japanese elders often close their eyes and take 100 slow breaths in this position. The diaphragm's rhythmic movement boosts lymph flow and signals the brain that it's time to wind down for sleep. If your legs tingle slightly, that's a good sign. It means stagnant fluid is finally moving. Start with just 2 minutes and build up gradually. Of course, if you have circulation problems, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or certain heart conditions, always check with your doctor first. But for most adults, this movement is safe, restorative, and incredibly effective. After 12 minutes of these 5 nightly habits, you'll notice something remarkable. Your body feels lighter, calmer, and looser, as if you've just given it permission to heal. In Japan, these aren't called exercises. They're simply maintenance for a long, happy life, as natural as brushing your teeth before bed. Next, we'll bring it all together, summarizing how these movements work, how to make them part of your routine, and the mindset that keeps Japanese elders so youthful in both body and spirit.